Self-doubt is a demon that you must cast out from your kingdom. No. Well, maybe it is, but I'm here to teach you how to liberate yourself from self-doubt. Watch this video to the end if you've ever doubted yourself, questioned yourself, second-guessed, hesitated, or just felt that creepy, crawly feeling, I'm less than, I'm not there yet, I'm not enough yet, I'm an imposter, I don't fit in. All of that is self-doubt. And here's the fantastic news. All of that isn't true. It's not who you are. It doesn't have to hold you back. And it's like a spell or a demon that has been taken in by you, that you believe and have carried around with you for I don't know how many years, and you can liberate yourself. That's what I'm here to do in this world, is to help liberate people from that self-doubt so you're in the right place. First things, you have to understand what self-doubt is, because most people, when the story of doubt comes into their mind, they listen to it and they believe it as if it is so. And that is the first step to shifting it, is if you can't identify when self-doubt is talking, you're screwed, because it will just infuse your thoughts and it will change how you perceive yourself in the world, and you'll believe everything it says hook, line, and sinker, and you'll follow its advice, which, as you'll see in a minute, is some of the worst stuff that you can do. Because here is what self-doubt really is. People think self-doubt is questioning yourself. Am I enough? Did I do that right? Are they gonna like me? Am I okay? Right? Sure, it might show up as those questions, but you know what self-doubt really is? It's actually not questioning anything at all. It is proclaiming how it is. So it might appear like it's like a prosecuting attorney cross-examining someone. You know, they basically want to tell the jury, you did the crime, right? But they can't say that. So they say, isn't it true that you were there the night of the crime? Right? So they're asking a question, but they're clearly leading you because they want to convey a point. That's exactly how your self-doubt is. And the point it wants to convey is anything but doubtful. It is absolutely totally certain. And what it's saying is, you aren't enough, you aren't going to do that well, you can't, you won't, they won't like you. Isn't it true? And that's why we feel that sinking dread feeling, that desire to downsize and withdraw when self-doubt is talking, because it's telling us it's all going to go bad and you're unlovable and you're unworthy. And that's why listening to that story is so toxic. So the first thing you got to do when that voice stream is going is say, okay, if these stories are true, right? Because the self-doubt stories really present themselves. They spin themselves. They're like propaganda to look as true as possible to influence your behavior. And so sometimes you're like, I think that's self-doubt, but maybe it's true, right? And then you know self-doubt's winning. And so you have to ask yourself, okay, maybe it's true. Maybe I'm not enough. Maybe I can't do it. Maybe they're not gonna like me. But what are you guiding me to do? And this is what you have to ask the self-doubt. Where are you taking me? Where are you guiding me? And here's gonna be the biggest reveal. This is gonna help you liberate yourself. Is self-doubt is always leading you in one direction. Always, no matter what the circumstance, work, relationships, health, anything. It's leading you inward, downward, downsize. That's the direction it's leading you. So it's gonna tell you to quit, to withdraw, to run away, to not try, to hold back, right? It's like, oh, you're such an imposter at work. Are they really gonna listen to you? Do you really know what you're talking about? You probably don't know what you're talking about, right? It's all these questions that are really telling you you're not enough and you can't do it and you're gonna fail. Okay, self-doubt, what are you telling me I should do? Quit, don't go to work today, hide under the bed, right? It's leading you to not engage, to downsize and disengage from your own life. And that's the point. Self-doubt is a fear-based survival strategy that is basically the freeze version in the fight, flight, or freeze. First of all, it's flight, run away, and then freeze. And hopefully it keeps you so frozen that you're in cryostasis. You ever read those sci-fi books where they put them in cryo sleep so they can fly to a distant star 500, travel years away, and then wake them up so they can go battle aliens or whatever? Well, you just might be in cryo sleep in your own life, minus the cool story and the aliens, and you're just sort of frozen there, and then you die, and that's the end. It's a very bad sci-fi book. You don't want to read that book. You don't want that book to be your story. Instead, you must realize when self-doubt is talking, identify it as self-doubt. And then once you know that it's self-doubt, here's the beautiful thing to realize. Nothing self-doubt says is true. Wow. But it seems so real. I know, because it's a spin machine. It's a spin doctor. It's using all this propaganda. So it says, you're ugly and no one's gonna like you. That's not true. You're not able to achieve that. It's not gonna work. That's not true. Whether it says it in question form or direct form, it's not true. You'd say, but it feels true. Yeah, because you've been listening to the propaganda. So there is one way to liberate yourself from self-doubt. One is to name it, to see it. Once you've really identified it and you really get that it's not true, then you defy that. That's how you're gonna prove to yourself that it's not true, because some part of you still buys it, right? You got to prove that it's not true. And how do you prove that it's not true? You defy the doubt. What does that mean? You do the exact opposite thing that the doubt says not to do. Just don't take that step. You take that step. Don't go talk to that person. You go talk to that person. Don't put your heart out there. You put your heart out there. And of course, if it goes well, you've defied the doubt and it says, well, that was lucky. Or if it doesn't go the way that you want, you put your heart out there and the person rejects you, self-doubt's like, I told you. And that is the key pivotal point where you don't just collapse and say, oh, you're right. I'll go back into my cage for the rest of my life. No, you say, hey, I'm going to keep doing this. I don't defy doubt once and roll the dice and everything rides on this one roll. No, I'm going to defy doubt as a way of life because I don't want to live in the cage. I'm done playing small and downsizing and disengaging from my life. I don't want to fucking live in cryo for the rest of my life. I'm here to do something. I'm here to create something. I'm here to give and connect and share. And so I'm going to defy doubt as a way of life. And when you do that and you commit to that and you decide that and you claim that, your life changes. You no longer are in cryo sleep. You are engaging in the most extraordinary, epic adventure that is your life. Way better than any show on Netflix or on TV or a movie because it's you and it's your reality. And I can't wait to hear about it. Please share down in the comments what you're finding most valuable from this video and let's all lift each other up. And until we speak again, we have the courage to be who you are, to defy doubt and to know on a deep level that you're awesome.